Building a Structured Job Shadowing Program, JSP, by ClearView Management Resources. Why do we call it structured? Because you are going to create it in writing. Why? So that you are sure that the information you want delivered will be delivered every time, no matter who is available to deliver it. And if you decide you want to change any part of it at any time, everyone will see it. Let's start off by looking at some basic design considerations. What are your goals for a structured job shadowing program? On what subject matter do you want to emphasize? What are the different information delivery options and which ones will you use to deliver the different subject matter? How much time do you want your organization to devote to a job shadowing program? How do you want to organize the delivery of the subject matter? Okay, let's build one. What information are you going to deliver in a structured JSP to the students and the schools? We started you off. We identified the categories of subject matter as we will cover in further detail. However, you may decide to not cover some of the ones we identified, or you may to add to the list. Think of this as a guide. In order to define the subject matter you want to cover in your JSP, we will start by defining the different categories of subject matter to cover. To do this, we have two graphic models. The first one is ClearView Management Resources Job Plan 360. In this model, it lists different factors that play a role in defining a job, from the job mission, through tools used and work processes, tasks performed to talents hired and developed. All of these are used to build talent development curriculum for a structured full OJT or an apprenticeship program. However, it is not a goal of a job shadowing program to develop all the competencies necessary to perform a job. One of the primary goals of JSPs is for students to explore jobs. We want to help them learn enough about a variety of jobs to determine which ones best fit their interests and aptitudes. Observing and learning about the 5 job factors that are circled in red: job mission, responsibilities, outcomes, products and services, tools used, and talents hired and developed, will best help their exploration. Typically, this can be accomplished in 2 to 3 hours. The second graphic model is the good, better, best job matrix. This illustrates a number of factors that play a role in whether a student wants a job with your company. Students will want to know about some or all of these factors. Some may be deal breakers. You will have to determine about which ones you'd like to educate them, which ones are strengths of your company, and which ones you may not want to address with the students. Integrating the different factors of these two graphics resulted in this mind map. It illustrates 10 categories of subject matter in 2 arenas: about the company and jobs and certs. In order to design and develop, aka build, structured JSP curriculum, including exercises, questions and discussions, and audio-visual learning tools, you will need to identify more details or specifics on the exact subject matter that you want the students to learn about you and your job. To define these details or specifics, ClearView Management Resources has multiple tools to help you detail the outline, give you samples to get started with, and other resources that will take your job shadow program to the next level. Here are a few ideas of how to design an effective JSP. Write up specific examples of what your company has done, behaviors and achievements. Identify others in your company you'd like to review and make notes, including workers performing the jobs for which you are doing the JSP. Identify and define stories about scenarios that the students would enjoy or relate to, funny accomplishments, demonstrate the talented peers they would work with, etc. Then collaborate with the team to finalize all the details and specifics you want to cover. Next, we want you to think about the category from the mind map: what they accomplish, do, create, tools used, and talents needed and growth opportunities. Use a copy of the job description you have for the job, and 1 to 3 job SMEs, to help perform this activity. Identify the responsibilities of the job and the outcomes, results you want to demonstrate to and discuss with the students. Basically, this will cover what they accomplish, do, create. This can answer for students, what impact can I have? This can be a critical factor to the students deciding what job they'd like to do, what career path to choose. Identify the tools used to perform the job. Identify information, such as the tool name and the maker brand, can be very interesting to the students. They can use this information to do web searches to learn even more about these, such as what all they can be used for, what kind of tooling they can use, to see videos on the tools, what kind of talents they will need and learn to use them, the science and history behind them, and what other tools are they similar to, e.g. if I learn how to use these tools, how does it increase my capabilities to use other tools? To many students, tools are the most interesting part of performing the job. Some questions the student will be considering are, what will I learn to do for the job? How will my capabilities grow? What else will I learn? Can I achieve any special certifications such as SME, team leader, project manager, or procedure expert? What will the company teach me and what can I learn on my own? How can I master these talents? Work closely with the SMEs and whoever else may help with training. For the next category of employee engagement, consider what are the drivers or motivators for employees. In fact, many are the same for students doing schoolwork. For this activity, put together a team of about 9 employees, 3 management and leadership and 6 workforce, 2 of long tenure, 2 of medium tenure, and 2 of short tenure. Starting with the management team, begin reviewing this graphic in detail. Consider things like what aligns me to the job, what skills are required for mastery level, what is rewarding about performing the job. Tabulate the input of the team. Provide the printed tabulation of employee engagement activities to the 6 workforce and have them do the same process on their own. Tabulate and discuss, come to agreement, print, and share with management. Next, we will look at the category of job readiness. Many Department of Workforce and Education agencies will have a compiled list of skills and behaviors that can be used to help with this process. These are the basic, general, professional skills required of every employee for every job. The listing should include their definitions of these skills. However, every employer has different language or jargon, a different listing, much of which overlaps this listing. What is your listing? How do you define this listing? E.g., what is your interpretation? What are the behaviors you expect to see? What are behaviors you better not see? List them. Clarify this for the students. These are talents the students can work to develop in school, in part-time work, as part of being in sports, etc. Finally, take all of the details or specifics you and your team have created under the 10 subject matter categories and enter them into one document for your titled Job Shadowing Program. This is one of the tools you will use to organize this information into the different phases and learning tools to create your structured job shadowing program. We hope you have found this video helpful in the development of your job shadowing program. Join us next time, in part 2 of creating a job shadowing program, where we will go through how to best organize the subject matter and how to create tools that support the learning. And if you liked this content, please show us by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. Thanks for listening.